particularly many thanks to President Duda, and especially on his words that Europe needs Western Balkans, and of course Western Balkans needs Europe. These are very encouraging words, and thank you for saying this here on this summit. Wanted to say several words, which is not something that you might expect, and I'm not going to speak too much about Serb-Albanian relationship and to make big quarrels here about it, which everybody expects, and would like to take a partly different approach. Number one, we heard terrific words about the region, about the future of the region from President Pahor, President Grabar-Kitarović, and President Duda as well. But as a matter of fact, we see completely and we face completely different situation within the European Union. And there is no one around this table that would believe in nice dreams, because we know that none of those things that Federica, which really puts, and she really put a lot of efforts into her work, will, as a matter of fact, be provided into deeds. Speaking about more chapters for Serbia and Montenegro, speaking about negotiating process for opening negotiating process for Albania and North Macedonia, and visa liberalization for Kosovo, which we support, just for you to know that, and it's not going to happen. Not in June, not in July. And we all know that for Bosnia, nothing will happen. Okay, we are stupid, but we are not that stupid. And you all know that I'm right. And then people say, okay, what are your expectations? And Albania is 90% pro-European country. Serbia is not. We are on the edge, 50%. For European Union, let's say 45% against. And we would like to see not only enlargement fatigue that is easily spread from different EU member states towards the Balkan countries, but also some encouraging messages, and not only messages, but deeds. And it didn't happen so far. And I'm not here to make any complaints. European member states, they do what they want. It's their job to tell you the truth, and after all, we don't care too much. We do what we can do. We need to get closer to European Union regarding real values that we support. We want to belong to that type of society, which is very important for us. We want to do necessary reforms. Speaking about economy, I cannot say that we are dissatisfied with our progress. Last year we had a growth rate 4.4. We cut our public debt from 78% GDP ratio to 50%. Unemployment rate we cut from 25.9 to 11.2. It's not too bad. We are still poor countries, but it goes better than it used to go. And there is another issue. When we started, at least we attempted to do something regarding Serb-Albanian relationship on Kosovo, and then all of a sudden we didn't finish our talks. All of a sudden, everybody from all over the world wanted to interfere into that process. And I was really profoundly grateful to Mogherini and to her office delivering good services to us. But we were negotiating between our two factions, between our two parties. And then I started hearing firstly it was sort of whispers, and then they started yelling on us, you cannot resolve that issue in that way. You cannot resolve that issue in that way. Who are you to lecture us on that? It's a Serb-Albanian issue. It's not an issue for the people in Iceland or in Slovenia or in India or I don't know where else. It's a question for us. I didn't mean anything about you, but I was just taking that as an example. The problem is that, and now we are so far away from any possible solution that we are not going to reach it, who knows how many years we'll have to wait for. And it's bad news for Serb and Albanian people, two biggest nations of the Western Balkans. And it's going to be the case in the next 200 years, two biggest nations of the Western Balkans. And did we get the real support from European Union? No, we didn't. Everybody was taking care only of their own interests. Everybody. No, you don't do that. You don't change the borders. You don't do that. Don't do it in that way. But you did it 10 years ago, and 12 years ago, and 20 years ago. And then you had the right to do it. But now you can discuss it. Although it's a big question for us, not for anyone else. But anyway, we accepted everything that was said by European Union. Now we are stuck, and that will last. I hope that it won't last forever, but that will take a lot of new time from new generations of Serb and Albanian people in this region. And to conclude, we have less and less hopes, to tell you the truth, and it's up to you, President Duda, to do something. And I heard very encouraging words from Boro today and from Kolinda as well. And, but you know, we all know how does it go when you meet at European Council, and then always the biggest powers, they have their own politics. They're always dissatisfied with, I don't know which issue in Albania, which issue in Serbia, and all the other issues. Like there are only saints gathering themselves around that table at European Council, you know, and angels, and we are either devils or either demons. And but if you want us, tell us, okay, we want you, do this and this. If you don't want us, hey, it's okay. Tell us we don't want you, we'll take care of ourselves, and we survived. Today it's a big day for Serbian people. We celebrate two big days. It's 9th of May, Day of Victory, and we beat fascism 74 years ago, and we suffered, as you know, in the First and in the Second World War. On the right side of history, I think that 1 out of 5 nations in the world, proportionally speaking, were the biggest number of victims. And another day is the Day of Europe, and I'm not going to spoil your good mood from today morning, and wish you all the best, and we'll do at least everything to keep stability and to maintain peace in the region, which is good enough for Europe, because you don't need any kind of clashes, and you need nothing more from us. And that's even the most important thing for us as well. And if we do so, I hope that we'll find enough ways to get out from this terribly difficult position for all of us. Thank you once again for listening to us.